Hi guys, it's SteelJan here, and today we're going to take a look at my totally unsolicited opinion of the Smokeless Image Volt spinner. It's the variable voltage battery from Smokeless Image, and this has got a T3 cartomizer on top. I guess I can talk about that later. It is very similar to the Ego C Twist. This is a 1000 milliamp hour Ego C Twist, and this is a 1300 milliamp hour Smokeless Image Volt spinner. Say that 5 times fast. So let's take a closer look and let me show you why I ended up liking the spinner better, and I've loaned out basically my Ego C Twists for now. Let's look. Taking a look at these batteries side by side, you can see that the volt is a ½ inch shorter than the 1000 milliamp hour Ego C Twist, and the or 10 centimeters. The volt is bigger round than the Ego C Twist. Since this is a 1000 milliamp hour battery and this one's a 1300 milliamp hour battery, the volt is slightly heavier. So with a 1300 milliamp hour battery lasting longer, this definitely lasts all day. If you're not a heavy vapor, it would last more than a day, definitely. The Ego C Twist, on the other hand, is going to last me about 3/4 of a day. But the other thing that is the stellar thing is if you look at the volt, at the actual dialing voltage knob, it is smooth and easy to turn. It's knurled. There's a big red line here. The numbers are printed out clearly. And you can just turn this thing. It's not hard. And you can select your voltages from 3.3 all the way up to 4.8. If you're vaping a regular volt cartomizer like this one, start this thing down between right between 3.3 and 3.8, just leave it right there and start out, and then sneak it up, because these have a lower resistance coil and you don't want to pop it, so don't stick it way up high voltage and pop your coil right off. But yeah, it's really easy to put a cartomizer on this and then sneak it up in voltage until you hit your sweet spot, or sneak it down if you've got something low resistance that seems to be burning the particular e-liquid that you're using. Just super easy, fluid movement. It stays where I put it, but it's easy to turn. I think it's the knurling and the bigger roundness, and I can see the voltages. I can see my line, so I know where I'm at. So anyway, that's that. Now look at the same thing on the Ego C Twist. This has been a contention with me from the start. I didn't mind it really, but when I saw the Smokeless Image Volt spinner, I looked at the knurling and stuff and I thought, I got to get one of those. My hands are arthritic, and this is so much easier for me. So the Ego C Twist, can you see the numbers? I don't know if you can, and there's the little dot, and it turns this way. It's slick, so it is more difficult to turn. And unless you put a bright light on that, you're not going to see where you're at. That was my main beef with this. One thing to keep in mind is when you're dealing with a Smokeless Image Volt product, they're going to be using what is called 808 threads. And I just want to talk a minute about that. This is male threads on top of here, and this is female threads. The cartomizers are not interchangeable. Things that go on the Volt are like Smokeless Image Volt cartomizers, anything that's labeled 808 cartomizers, Blue Max Fusion, oh, I'm forgetting some, and there's some I really like their e-liquid. Oh no. But it needs to be an 808 threading. 510 is the female threads on the battery. And this has become a really more popular. What's on this one has actually become really more popular, but it was just a marketing thing in my mind, in my humble opinion. It was just a marketing thing to change the threads up on the top of e-cigarettes. We had 808s, and suddenly 510s came out. When people say I like 510s better, I don't understand that, because here are two stainless steel cartomizers. This one is a 510 thread, and this one is an 808 thread. They're not interchangeable, but it's just, there's really no reason to have them different, other than somebody came along and said, I think I'll make 510 threading and maybe capture the market. I don't know. But yeah. And of course, when you use any kind of these smaller cartomizers on these devices, you can put them on, and then you can put all kinds of different little pretty cones on, sizes of cones and stuff, and prettiness and different colors. Smokeless Image Volt batteries always come with this rubbery feel finish, and they always come in all kinds of different pretty colors. And it's hard to choose. One thing I will note here is that Smokeless Image says to only use the charger that is specifically designed for the spinner. And when you order your spinner battery, their website's really good, because they have a little pull down box. When you go to the Smokeless Image Volt spinner batteries, they have little pull downs. Do you want a charger? Do you want a T3 cartomizer? What colors? And all this sort of stuff. So I got my charger at the same time I ordered my first battery. The specs on the back for all of us spec freaks seem the same as other chargers, but since they put that big and bold, I'm assuming there's some other electronics in here. I don't know that, and I don't feel like cracking it open right now. It's working, I like it, so I'm satisfied. I never order just one battery. I always order two, because I always want to have a battery. I don't want to be waiting for something to charge. So since I always order two, I got a green one, and I got a purple one. Yay! I think they're beautiful. I really do. So now, let's look at this T3 cartomizer. It's like the T3 cartomizers that you'll see for the 510 threads, only it is different in that it has the center power post is much farther down in than on a 510. So sometimes you can interchange these, but most times not. 510 and 808 is what I mean. But see, yeah, so you get your T3, and I know you've seen this on all sorts of videos, but this couldn't be easier for people who don't want to recoil their cartomizers, put a new wick and coil in. Let me get a white napkin down here. Oh, that's going to look lovely on the video, huh? But you just unscrew this, and you get your liquid that you like. I know this has been repeated all over YouTube. And you just put it down the side and squish. And there goes your e-liquid. Yeah? Then you just screw this back on. Now this is usually the time when I blow this out. Hang on. And get any spit or e-liquid or anything out of that. I usually do this side too. One thing I've learned is not to blow these assembled. Boy, does that sound bad. Not to blow through these while they're assembled. There's something about air pressure that can make them get a gob of e-liquid on the coil. Then you screw it in. Now, when this coil, all these little coils get crusty after a while. The e-liquid burns on them, they get crusty. You can disassemble them and make your own coils, and always just use one. But if you would like, you can get extras there, and I got a bunch of extras when I ordered mine. You can get extras for like $3. It's $2 and change, and just change this out. You just unscrew this and toss it and put a new one in, right like that, and you're vaping. No fuss, no muss, no hassle, no nothing. Now, if my coil, which occasionally on any cartomizer you may get flooding on the coil, on these what I do is I grab a napkin and I turn it like this, on the battery, and I vape a little bit, and it'll just clear that e-liquid out. If I get any in my mouth, I can hurry and wipe it off with the napkin or the tissue. But that doesn't happen often. That's just once in a while. And I've dropped this thing. I know I was expecting if I dropped this that this would shatter. So far it hasn't, and I've dropped it many times. So I really do like these T3 cartomizers that you can get from Smokeless Image, because they fit perfectly on here. And like I said, on their website, it's so easy to order everything you need for this at once because of their little pull down menus. So I guess that's about all I got to say about it. This spinner battery has the 5-click on off. So now it would vape. It has the knurled end here with the easier spin to the vary the voltage, and you get more lifetime out of it between charges. So yeah, today that's my take. Today I'm vaping this liquid butterscotch. It's their new flavor. Well, I don't know if it's new anymore because I got this quite some time ago because I wanted to try it. You know, I like clouds of vapor butterscotch, and this is excellent, excellent, excellent. Gotta buy some more of this. But I'm also doing a lot of DIY e-liquids nowadays, and so I'll make a video on that. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Until next time, this is SteelJan out. Thanks for watching. Have a really great day. Thanks, guys. SteelJan.